This episode is brought to you by Anchor. In the greatest world, there sits two guys that talk about the greatest things and the most amazing show ever.
Nah, this is just a bad podcast.
There was this one meme going around, like apparently some guy's credit card got stolen, or whatever the fuck, or his debit card. And he got a notification on his phone saying that his pizza order got declined of like 22 something got declined because he only had $1.76 in his bank account. And he's like, wow. He's like, must be like, I guarantee the guys that stole my card are going to be like, wow, this bitch broke right now.
I've had that happen.
Sad.
I haven't had it stolen, but my mom's been like, what happens if your card gets stolen? I'm like, they're not getting very far. I got $20 in my account. They're getting some lunch. That's what's happening.
God.
They're getting some lunch or they're getting one decently priced item.
There was one guy that literally said he went to the store to like buy a pack of noodles, one pack of noodles. His card got declined and the cashier laughed at him and said, just take it.
I don't blame the cashier. Those aren't expensive enough. You literally, as the cashier, could give it to him, take $1 out of your pocket, and pay for it.
Exactly.
Well, for the
Oh my
longest time, I
gosh.
think they were like 10 cents.
They aren't too far off from 10 cents still. I think they're like 50 now.
Honestly, I thought they were like 30 or so. Who knows?
It might be 30. They're not expensive.
Oh my god. Speaking of food and everything, why is it in like sitcoms and everything somebody like has to make a fucking big ass buffet? And usually like only one person will eat like a thing of toast or whatever the fuck and run out the door and be like, I'm late to whatever the fuck I'm doing.
Because they don't love their moms. I think 80s films were a big culprit of this. They would do that all the time. Like, have this huge spread of, like, food out, and then, like, you know, they grab, like, a bagel or, like, some coffee, and that's it. And I'm like...
Or like
excuse me?
they'll literally like take a fucking fork, stab something, throw it in their mouth and run. And I mean, like, it was like an excessive amount of food. It was like eggs, bacon, fucking potatoes. Then there was waffles and pancakes and toast and bagels. There was fruit of all kinds, like all nice and chopped and everything, bananas. Like, holy shit.
With some orange juice to top it off. It's always
gotta
orange
have
juice.
Orange juice.
Always orange juice. And there was coffee and milk. And cereal was always available too.
Yeah, nobody ever drinks milk on shows. It's always they pour it into their cereal. And I'm like, it's okay, guys. People drink milk. Like, it's okay to show it.
I think the boys have ruined that for everyone.
They have. They have. I will never drink milk out of a carton again.
After that show, yeah, I was like, gosh, I'm so glad that I drink coconut milk now.
I drink almond milk mostly because I'm lactose intolerant.
Yeah, I have to be
Fair.
very careful. There is a very fine tipping point.
I'm not, so I drank milk. I've drank milk my whole life. It
I
used to
have
be my
these...
dinner beverage as a child.
Oh, hell yeah. I have these little tablets called Lactaid, and they work wonders. Absolute wonders. No bad bathroom trips.
Nice. Yeah, usually cheese doesn't really bug me, but for some reason, milk just hates me.
I'm the
so
same way,
strange.
Brenna. Don't feel bad.
You guys are weird.
Dude,
Yeah, I know.
yeah. Oh, my God.
My favorite breakfast scene is in How I Met Your Mother when Lily and Marshall have the kid, and they still do breakfast in bed, and Marshall throws the bagel at her. Lily says, "Where's the cream cheese?" And then the splat comes on the wall. It's my favorite. It's my favorite breakfast scene.
Yeah,
she just scoops it right off the wall.
Scrapes it, and just like
And it's great because
oh my god, I just love that. He's like
the best.
You guys never kept any of your vows. And they're like, he's going on like about being sexy, and she's like in the bathroom screaming at him, like, "I'm deucing out over here. Deuces are wild, Marshall. You know that." And he's like, "You don't bring her breakfast in bed?" He's like, No. I still do that.
I still do that, and that's cute. Him throwing the bagel and cream cheese.
Amazing.
He never comes into the shot either. All you see is the bagel and the cream cheese flying across the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
He's not once in that shot at all.
It's great.
Oh, my God.
I think that's what I like about New Girl is that, like, it makes sense for them to, like, never have any food, hardly ever. It's always, like, they're always buying takeout, or they're at the bar, or they have, like, they're always out of milk, and then somebody gets really pissed about it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, there's like
almost never eat.
Yeah, they never eat. Speaking of food, though, why is it every time somebody buys groceries, there's a fucking a baguette?
It's always a baguette sticking out of the bag.
A baguette?
Yeah, like the fucking long ass piece of bread just sticking out of the fucking grocery bag. Like, why?
I don't know, but it's a good point. They're in every show. And how many times do you see people? How many people you see eating baguettes?
Exactly.
And they go bad so fast. You have to eat them like that day.
Yeah, like the only time I buy one is when I'm fucking cooking spaghetti or some shit. Yeah. And even then, that's fucking garlic bread on it.
The only time I ever have a baguette is when I go to Panera.
Dude, we need to buy a baguette and make a giant ass fucking sandwich.
Well, like Scooby-Doo style?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh my god,
I mean,
I'm fucking
then
hungry.
We have to really do it Scooby-Doo style.
Dude, I don't even know if that's possible.
It is. You can smoke some weed before we make a sandwich. That was the Scooby and Shaggy way that I was talking about.
I guarantee there is. Anyways, that was just like my one question. But also, why do people always eat at the same fucking restaurant?
That's a good question.
Yeah, the restaurant thing is super weird.
Yeah, they always
I very quickly get sick of things.
Yeah, I can't eat at the same restaurant like within the same week unless it's fast food. That's like fun. I can do Chick-fil-A 2 to 3 times in a week. But
so I can't like do that.
I used to do Popeyes like Chick-fil-A 3 times a week. I'm not gonna lie on that one.
I mean,
one time my friend took me to Smoke and Oak like twice in 1 week, and I will not eat there anymore. I'm like, I hate their food.
Yeah,
not that it was. Yeah, not that it was bad or anything. It's just like we went there so many times after it first opened. I like never want to eat there. I'm never in the mood for it. It's ruined forever.
I mean, that's fair.
Interesting. Yeah. The only food that I could eat constantly is wings. They've never not sounded bad to me. Like I could eat fair. Wings any day of the week.
Chicken nuggets. Yes, I know how they're made. I know how bad they are for your body. I'll still fucking eat them.
I think that's fair. I'd eat chicken nuggets multiple times in a week. That's what I get at Chick-fil-A. I get their 12-count chicken nugget.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's fucking delicious. With some buffalo sauce and sweet and spicy sriracha. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. Okay, so now that we established we eat something different, do you guys constantly drink, like, the same beverage every night, too?
Does Coors Banquet count?
I guess so, because you fall in this next category. Why do parents always have wine with dinner?
I don't know. They're fancy people's parents. I had a couple friends whose parents would, and it was really weird to me because my parents aren't like that.
It's because wine pairs well with certain dinners.
Yeah, but
I'm not a
wine
wine
every
guy,
night?
though. This happens at my house fairly often.
Interesting.
Like if my aunt is over or my brother's over and we have wine for dinner, or if we just have wine and we're eating dinner, there's gonna be a glass of wine that comes out. I don't know why, because I'm not a huge wine guy myself, and I don't think it would pair well with that with food. But more power to the people who can. Because I drink beers with dinner, but I couldn't do wine or like a hard alcohol.
I could do hard alcohol with food. I don't know. It really depends.
It depends on the hard alcohol.
Yeah.
And how it's meant to be drank.
That's true.
Because if I have like whiskey with dinner, I'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you're not supposed to chug whiskey.
Right.
But I couldn't get like, now I gotta think. Now I gotta think about a good drink. I couldn't get like a martini with dinner or have a glass of wine. I couldn't do it.
No?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I was just at Ale House. Well, I just graduated too. And I had like a whole ass cocktail with lunch. And they brought me a free one too. And I drank half of that. And so it was nice. They were both really fruity. So I think, I don't know, at least for me, it worked well. But
I once had like, I think
depends.
3 or 4 Long Island iced teas with brunch at Applebee's. Yeah,
Hell
I was
yeah.
drunk. I was I was fucked up. Like I was sitting there
Did they have
screaming
to
at
carry
people.
you home?
My friend actually did have to help me to the car, but it was like right after I turned 21. Anyways,
it's
yeah,
acceptable.
like they got me like this giant one. It was like I don't even know what type of glass they were using, but it was like a top shelf Long Island iced tea. I drank that one before we even got food. I drank the next one, and by the time I finished the second one, our food came, and I was like drinking the third one while we were eating, and my friend got there and all this stuff. And then I started drinking the fourth one, and I was sitting there like, dude, you gotta fucking try these. And he's like, dude, shut up. You're screaming right now. And,
oh my gosh. No, I can't drink those. Oof.
Have you ever gotten like the case of Long Island iced teas and had yourself a day?
No, but I've done that with AMFs.
I haven't done that with AMFs. I've done it with Long Island iced tea, so it's a good
You
time.
should try it. Fucking AMFs and Patron shots.
That sounds like it's almost going to be a repeat of the night where I had to finish a whole fucking MD 50/50 by myself. That was a interesting night. I don't remember it after I finished it. It was
Really?
I was here, and then there's just nothing. No recollection of the rest of the night.
Dude, I was drinking, doing shots of Patron and AMFs with my friend at his bachelor party. And I remember buying the drink and everything. I remember buying another one with him and all this stuff. I don't really remember a lot of this stuff. I remember he grabbed the drink from me at one point. He's like, settle the fuck down. And I was like, I thought I was being quiet. No. My other friend, he told me I was screaming at everybody. Like, literally looking at people and be like, fuck you, dude. And fuck you, too. And you're a bitch. And you're a bitch. And you can go fuck yourself. Like, I was drunk. I was gone.
No, I've never been that trash before.
I haven't been that drunk before. Mainly because I'm a little guy. I don't pick fights. I make fun of people. I don't pick fights.
Oh my god.
I would get into that situation, except I would just try to roast people until somebody punched me in the face, and then I was like, oh, maybe I should stop.
I really want to do it with both of you just once. Just get you guys to that point and then just see what happens. I mean, I'll fucking...
Hard to get me to that point.
throw you guys in the back seat of the car and I'll get you home. But
I will probably throw up. I'm not gonna lie. I am like a featherweight kid.
that's why
I
you
might
bring
throw
trash
up, but
bags.
I might throw up, but it'll be deep into the night. We'll have a good time before I yak.
See, I'm not even that fun. I get like super depressed like immediately, and it's just horrible.
Oh my god, I can see it now. Okay, so Brenna had
Yeah.
like 6 drinks. She's in the corner
God.
crying.
You really think I can?
I don't know
I
if
get
you could make
halfway.
it to 6.
I could not make it to 6. I get halfway through 3, and I feel terrible.
I can see it now. Brenna's on 4 drinks, crying in the corner. Brenna, why are you crying? These peanuts are just like so salty. It's amazing.
No, it would be like we're all here for a short period of time, and we're all gonna die someday, and you'd be like, "That's what you're thinking about right now?" Yes.
Oh my god.
Damn, that's depressing drunk.
I know, it's horrible, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not. There must be no fun in there. It's just empty.
Wow, we got way off topic.
Yeah, we did. We did. It happened, so
Oh my god.
it happens at least 3 times every
That's
episode.
fair.
Yeah.
What other tropes?
Oh.
You got any more tropes for us?
There was like a couple catchphrases, like the whole cool, but I think we kind of went like,
Legend, wait for it, dairy.
dairy. I'm the nice guy. Shut up. Musicals. I will never understand
I don't like
musicals. When the fuck does that shit happen in real life? But I do like some of these episodes where they're like, "What are you doing?" while people are like starting to sing. Like that happened in How I Met How I Met Your Mother, when he's like, your soup," and he's like, "Ted, people are staring." Or like in
Oh my God.
Community, where he's like, "What are you doing?" No, you're trying to get me to join the Glee Club. Glee. I think my brain had a fucking seizure while we were talking about alcohol.
You're just thinking about it. Yeah, that Glee Club episode is weird.
Yeah, it is.
I wish they actually showed us the episode where they like got into the Glee Club and performed, because that would have been fucking funny.
Yeah, the entire Glee Club got murdered in a bus crash, and then they had to
they like all
over.
died.
Yeah, that was so funny.
It was funnier the way they introduced that the fucking Glee Club died. They just like breezed right over it.
They did,
like,
and I was like,
yes.
what?
I know, I
Like,
did
what
the
the
same
hell
thing. I was like, wait, what?
For a second there, I freaked
I
out.
had to
was like,
rewind.
I was like, did I miss an episode somewhere?
Me too. I had to rewind. Like, what the fuck did I miss?
Yeah.
My favorite episodes on Community are the paintball ones, though, because of the sheer drama. You can
never go wrong with the paintball ones.
Is it the second paintball one where the other rival
City
university
College.
City College sends somebody in as like a ringer?
Yes.
That's my favorite one. That's my favorite
It's
one.
so funny.
Oh
yeah,
my
and
God.
that guy was actually I can't remember who played like the main like baddie on that, but I'm pretty sure he was in American Horror Story, so it was a little weird. I was like,
Wasn't
Interesting.
it the insurance guy? One of the guys who wasn't it Allstate? No, it wasn't the Vulture. Never mind.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the Vulture guy. It was a different guy. Sort of similar looking.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I thought it was him. Is because they looked kind of similar.
I'm like, I don't know, some tall white guy with stubble. I don't know. Jeff felt threatened by him. It was pretty funny. I did like that.
Oh, it's so funny when Jeff feels insecure.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's hilarious.
It fuels me. I'm like, that's hilarious.
You guys want to hear election news?
Sure.
Oh my God.
Gosh.
It's
Yeah, I
official.
guess so.
It's official. It's official. Joe Biden reached 270.
Finally.
He is now the next president of the U.S. It's official.
Yeah.
I got the alert
Very
at the
nice.
start of this podcast.
Wow.
Is that why my
Yeah.
phone went off?
It might be.
I already knew that. It's just taking
Yep.
forever to finally get
Top
there.
news stories. Joe Biden has won more than 270 votes in the Electoral College, cementing his victory over Donald Trump as the next president.
Yeah. So it's official now. We can stop
Very nice.
speculating that Joe Biden was going to be president, and we can now say that Joe Biden is going to be president. Isn't that so cool?
Yeah.
It only took
Yeah.
us fucking a month later.
Yeah. We don't have to say president-elect on the case anymore.
Oh my god,
Oh,
yeah.
goodness.
Why is it that we call former presidents president still? Why can't we just say former president George W. Bush? Why does it have to be President George W. Bush?
You're supposed to say former president.
I'm like, I thought they did former president.
I've
They do
definitely
do
heard people
former
just call him
president.
president.
Maybe. People still stuck in the past, Josh.
Because I've heard it while watching an award show or whatever it was while a president was in the audience, and they were like, president. I'm like, he's not the fucking president anymore. Call him former. He got
did
his
call-
4 to 8 years, and now he's out.
Yeah. They did do
Triggered.
that in the debates with Joe Biden, though. They just called him
bit.
vice president. They didn't call him former vice president. And that was a little weird.
Yeah. And we lost Josh.
I was like, where's Josh going?
What's up, cutie?
Cookie wanted down.
Oh,
Oh.
Cookie wanted to leave my room, so I just got up to open the door.
Oh, that's
oh
weird.
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's weird.
Goodness. Well, glad it's finally official.
Yeah, I figured I'd let you know. And whoever's listening to this podcast, if you don't know, now you know.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh.
I guarantee they probably know by time they hear this.
Probably. And I'm really happy you didn't finish the lyric.
Which lyric?
If you don't know, now you know. And then there's a racial slur after.
Yeah, prob's not.
That's why I said I'm very happy you did not continue the lyric.
Jesus Christ, Josh.
What, man? You don't like Pac?
I do like Pac. Anyways, where was it? Oh, right. Yeah, my favorite episode of Community is the one with the darkest timeline.
Oh, gosh.
That's a great episode.
Like
That's a great episode.
Which one? The one with the dice or the one where they actually
yeah, the one
like...
with the dice.
Yeah, I really liked that episode. That one was really well done.
I think it was
I like how they-
3, episode 4. Yes.
Somewhere around there.
Oh my god.
I liked
okay.
how they kept bringing it up. Like, throughout the rest of the show, they bring up the darkest timeline.
Yeah,
I know, right?
They do. It's really funny.
I love it.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Just
also a
like-
podcast out there called The Darkest Timeline with Joe McHale and Ken Jeong.
Really?
I did not know that.
I love Ken. He's so funny.
I love
Yeah,
Ken
he
Jeong.
is.
Joel McHale,
He's so-
I do like. I don't watch enough with him in it, but I like him.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
He is a good actor.
He's on Burt Kreischer's new show on Netflix.
He's also
he's
in
in
Ted.
one of the episodes. Is he really?
Yeah, he dates Lori. He takes her to the concert.
He does. Oh my god.
That whisper.
Oh my god.
Josh, that's like Ted is your favorite Christmas
I
movie.
know. I know. That's why I stopped. I was like, wait, what? Joel McHale's in it? It's my
Yeah,
mom's
dude.
favorite Christmas movie too. Not really.
The only
She
reason
hates
why does she really?
Yeah, because we tricked her into thinking it was a Christmas miracle. So she would never watch Ted again.
Oh my god. So,
That's what happens when you have 3 boys.
yeah, that's amazing. So anyways, the only reason why I know it's episode 304 was because originally it was supposed to be episode 303 and it was supposed to match their apartment number.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh.
yeah, they live in apartment 303. It was the third episode of season 3, episode 3-03. But there was some stuff that went wrong in post-production and everything, along with some of the visual effects that they had to postpone the episode until episode 4. So that's why there's like
probably the fire scene.
Yeah,
The
and
fire scene.
that's why
Yeah,
there's
probably
like
was.
so many banter and like jokes like, is it episode 303? Is it apartment 303? Is it apartment 304? Like that's why they go back and forth.
Yeah.
Um
He does say that. I do remember that line. Yeah. My favorite thing is that's where that like gif comes from when Troy walks in with the pizzas and everything's on fire. And I'm like, yeah, that's about right.
yeah, could you imagine leaving the room for literally like 45 seconds and all hell breaks loose? You come back, somebody's like bleeding through their leg with like hitting
Yeah.
a major artery. There's a fire in there. There's like so much shit going on. It's like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, dead
I
ass.
could
I'd
see
probably
that
turn around
happening.
and leave. I'd just leave.
I don't know if I'd leave. I might take a picture, laugh, and then leave.
And then leave. That's fair.
Oh my god.
That episode
That was a very
wild.
quiet god.
You're a dick, Josh. How could you definitely like just walk in, laugh, and then leave?
Have you met me, Nico?
Fair enough. Also, fun fact for you guys: do you know the Russo brothers? They directed like I think a lot of the episodes of Community. They also directed.
I noticed that.
Endgame and a lot
Oh,
of
I
the
know that.
other things going on. In the pilot
think
episode of Community, when he goes to when Pierce goes to grab the ketchup bottle, out comes mayonnaise. And then in Avengers Endgame, they use this joke again. In the very opening, she's like, "Who puts mayonnaise on a hot dog?"
Oh, interesting. The answer is me.
I think the Russo brothers were expecting a lot more people to watch Community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fun little throwback to it. I mean,
'Cause-
a decade's been in
well,
between
I
them,
hadn't-
but
I didn't notice it because I hadn't watched Community by the time I had watched Endgame
me either.
or
Yeah, I haven't
Infinity War.
watched
But
Endgame in a hot minute.
I haven't either. It's too long of a movie to just like casually sit down and watch.
It is.
Exactly.
And plus, I just remember being super pissed off when I watched it, and I don't want to like relive that again.
Oh, see, I wasn't pissed off. I was having the time of my life up until the end, and then I was crying.
Yeah,
Especially,
No,
especially when they show the lake and Tony's heart. Oh my god, I don't think I've cried harder in a movie.
you see, it was Infinity War that got me. I was like a mess.
See, I wasn't even that devastated at Infinity War. I watched
Yeah, I
them
was
all die.
worse.
Peter, though.
Peter got
Peter
me.
Parker
I was like
killed me.
weeping.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that
In the
one
theater.
was tough.
Like my
the other
friend,
ones-
she like looked at me. She was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Don't talk to me."
Dude, I hated
not okay.
Spider-Man Homecoming just because with Peter and the fact that Tony Stark's
Tony.
not there and there's like hidden messages
Far
from
From
him
Home?
and everything. Huh? Far From
Are you
Home,
talking about
that's
Far
it.
From Home?
Yeah. Did I say Homecoming? I said Homecoming, didn't I?
Yeah, but it's Far From Home.
Yeah, that's my bad. Josh has a weird look on his face. Go fuck yourself, Josh.
Well, I mean, it's because Tony's not like he's in Homecoming, but for the majority of the movie, he's not in Homecoming.
Yeah.
So my face was because Brenna's comment, and then I went, oh, now I was just confused on what you meant by Tony's not there. I didn't know you were talking about Tony's dead, because Tony's really not there in Homecoming.
Mm-hmm. No,
He's-
he meant to say
He's
Far
there
From Home.
in a couple scenes, but he's not like there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
The thing about Far From Home is everybody asked me, they're like, "Did you think Mysterio was going to be a bad guy?" I was like, "Are you familiar with the source material?" That's when I pulled that one out.
I was sad
like-
that they made it drones.
Yeah, I was kind of salty
Yeah.
about that too.
I was
But
like,
I was also
no, go.
Oh, I was just gonna say I was very distracted half the film because I love Jake Gyllenhaal so much, and so I would just get I would be like, what did he even say? I missed what he said. I was distracted.
Fair.
Horrible.
He's a good-looking dude.
He is a good-looking dude.
We apparently have two very different opinions on Jake Gyllenhaal. Good actor.
Amazing actor.
Good-looking dude. Don't get distracted by him.
Yeah, I did a few times, and then I was like, "Focus, please."
Isn't my man Jake Gyllenhaal, who's an absolute liability at safety and Remember the Titans? No, it's fucking the other Jake.
There's another Jake.
Really famous. Yeah, the other really famous Jake. Super attractive.
I don't know his name.
Dude, Sunshine.
All right.
Who plays it?
Because you asked, I will look it up.
I'm looking it up right now.
Consult the Google.
No, it is Jake Gyllenhaal, who's an absolute liability at safety and Remember the Titans. That's all I can think of whenever Gyllenhaal gets brought up. All I can think of is him getting burned at corner and safety and Remember the Titans.
Oh goodness! I always think of him in Donnie Darko. That movie is so weird. That movie is something else. It's on a whole nother plane of existence.
Yeah, it is.
It's fair.
The film is whack-a-roni. What else have I seen him? I also watched him in Velvet Buzzsaw, which was just a random movie that I picked and watched. Where he plays this, like, it's called Velvet Buzzsaw. He plays, like, this art curator. It's such a weird film. And I wanted to stop watching it, but I just couldn't.
Oh, so it was one of those weird films where it's so weird that you're actually intrigued with how the movie's going to turn out?
Yeah. And then they never explained anything, so I got super pissed.
Oh, that's the worst.
It is. Disgusting. Oh, man.
Wow,
really
we got
random
way
question.
off topic again. All right, go ahead. What's your random question?
Really random question. Were you guys pissed off by the ending of How I Met Your Mother?
Yes.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, because I was pissed off too, Nico. And I was watching it up here, and I finished it. But my roommate, who had kind of been on and off watching it without me and missed, like, seasons 5, 6, 7, and 8 before the final one, was like, I don't mind the ending. And I'm like, you hadn't been emotionally invested in these characters for 9 whole seasons for them to just throw whatever the fuck the idea for the show was down the drain.
Dude, honestly, I was so pissed.
She's, like, really in 3 episodes.
Yeah, pretty much. Then she's in the last, like, 1 or 2, and then how it ends.
No,
it pisses me off.
I'm counting those. She's, like, she's in a lot of the last season, but she doesn't have big parts until, like, last 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can see how that can be upsetting.
It really pissed me off.
Well, Brenna, do you want us to tell you how it ends, or do you want to watch it?
I'm probably not going to get to it. It doesn't seem like my kind of party.
Okay, so in the last 5 minutes of the entire series, spoiler, you know what? Fuck you guys. It's been out for 6 years. You should have watched this.
It's been out for a while.
In the last 5 minutes of the entire series, we find out the mother has been dead for 6 years. And it's not an actual, like, love story or anything. Well, it is, but it's basically him telling his kids, like, I'm still in love with your Aunt Robin and I want to date her. And I do love your mom, but it's time for me to move on.
That's a really dark ending to a sitcom.
Yeah, it is.
It makes it worse. I liked that they called back how Ted and Robin's first date at the ending.
Yeah, me too. But still, it was like...
Ooh, I was pissed off.
I was so fucking mad. There's an alternative ending where it, like, ends with him meeting her on the train tracks, and you know how he's like, first I had to do this, or remember that part where Lily's like, it was a long road or whatever the fuck, but it wasn't like it was a hard whatever. He's like, it wasn't actually that hard. It was simple. And then he goes into like this long-winded rant of like, these are the steps you gotta do. Get your heart broken. Go to this thing. Do this person. Show up here. And like so many extra steps to basically them on the platform finding out each other's name. They kiss, train goes by, and then that's it. The end.
I don't know if that makes me feel any better either.
I don't know either. Like, honestly, so I used to love this show. And I mean, this was my favorite show of all time. And I used to go back and forth and like watch, like I said, that one weekend I had food poisoning. I watched the first 6 seasons in one fucking weekend. I used to watch this show, like binge watch it consistently, like every year, twice a year, every year, because I loved it. It was amazing. After I finally saw the series finale and found out how it ended, when it came out, I watched it live, by the way, because I had cable.
See, I didn't, and nobody else in my family.
I stopped watching it. I didn't watch it again up until I think last year, or even this year during quarantine.
I did the same thing. I didn't watch it live, but I was caught up with the show, just waiting for it to be put on Netflix. And I had watched all my friends like, oh, this is the worst ending of all time, but I hadn't seen anything. And then I watched it, and I about threw my controller across the room. And then I could not watch the show for like a year. And I'm once or twice, I binge watch it once or twice a year. It's for sure once, but I don't always get around to it a second time. Mm-hmm. I could not watch it for a year. I was like, fuck this show, get it out of my mind. I need something else. And that is actually when I found The Office.
Very nice. Yeah, I haven't watched The Office all the way through either. I'm a kind of person, I can watch a sitcom, but I'm much more of like a drama. I really like dramatic shows.
You have to go finish The Office.
You do have to finish The Office.
It's so good. It's a really, really good ending.
It is a really good ending. I loved it.
They tied it up much better than I've seen most sitcoms do.
Parks and Rec also had a great ending.
I'm not a huge Parks and Rec guy.
I've seen a little bit of it, but not very much. I couldn't get into it right away. And everybody's like, you just got to get through the first few. And I'm like, I couldn't even get through the first few. Yeah,
I was told to get through the first season while I was on the second season. And I'm like, I did. Still didn't think it was that good.
Yeah. No, that's like every...
We all just... We all go to polite. Talk, realize we all interrupted each other. Silence.
And then complete dead silence, everybody's staring at each other. Okay, I'm just going to say this really quick, and then I'll let you guys go. I was going to say, Josh, you just need to get, like, I don't think it starts getting good until, like, a few seasons in. Or maybe season 3. Go.
I'll try it.
Okay, if the show's...
No, go,
the first 2 seasons aren't that good, then it's not that good of a show.
Thank you. Thank you. If I have to wait to get into a show for it to, like, be funny, it's not funny.
Yeah.
The best part of the show is the fucking Chris Pratt blooper talking about Kim Kardashian and her getting cum on her back.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
It's the best part of the whole show. And it's not even in the show.
Oh, my God.
A lot of my friends tried to get me into Dexter. They're like, Brenna, you're going to love Dexter. You're going to get into it. And I watched the first season all the way through. They're like, you're not going to be able to figure it out. Halfway through the season, I figure out the second half of the season. I was like, this happens. And that's exactly what happened. And I was like, And then I quit watching. And then everyone was like, oh, come on. Like, you could get back into it, blah, blah. I was like, it's not that good if it's that predictable.
Dexter was good, but it was really predictable, and it gets really repetitive. And then I can't remember what season I stopped watching. I want to say it was like season 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they have one season that's horrible. And then
Yeah.
my brothers who finished it were like, it's the worst season in the show. And if you can make it through it, it gets much better. But if you can't, you're never rewatching it. And I have not watched it since I
don't
hit
agree
that,
with that.
season. You don't agree with that?
No, I don't agree
Because
with
I
that.
remember, I think it was season 5. I stopped watching and I have not been able to pick it back up since.
That was like right after his wife died, right?
Yeah, it's when he's like taking care of the kids.
Yeah, so it starts falling off there, and then season 6 comes out, and it's more repetitive and more bullshit. And then season 7 happens, still the same bullshit. And then season 8 just got fucking horrible, dude. It just.
So you're arguing it just gets worse after season 5. Like
Yeah.
it just isn't worth watching.
It's not worth watching. Like it
No,
gets
that's
good
fair.
at some points, but honestly, it gets bad, dude. It just sucks.
It's
That's
fair.
how I felt
mean,
about the Walking Dead, because I watched that show super heavily, like through the 7th season, and then it just fell off after that season.
I couldn't get into The Walking Dead. My brother watched it, my middle one, and I watched a
Yeah.
couple episodes with him. I was just never able to get into it.
The beginning I really like, and I like the way that it focuses on different characters because I like that. But like right after they kill off a certain character, it just gets horrible. Is it okay if I spoil it?
It's fair.
Is anybody gonna get mad?
I'm not gonna watch it.
The show gets fucking terrible after they kill off Glenn. After they kill off Glenn, the show couldn't recover. And I
Is he
kept
the one with the-
watching.
Crossbow.
No,
No.
that's Daryl. I don't give a shit. Daryl's
Which,
the
speaking
weakest
of
character
which-
on that show. No personality.
You know what I really hate about it was, okay, so this was a comic book series, and actually a graphic novel series, and I loved the graphic novels because like that's kind of what I had before this show even came out. I was reading them and keeping up and all this stuff, and then the show came out and it was like decent. And then Daryl became like the star of the show. Like everybody was like, "Oh, fucking Daryl's amazing." He wasn't even a character. He was just
not in the
created
graphic
for
novel,
TV.
no. And the thing is, he probably says throughout the freaking 8 seasons that I watched. No, I watched 7.5. The 7.5 seasons that I watched, he probably says 20 words. And that's
Oh my
maybe
God.
even being a little generous. He hardly ever speaks. And he's just, I don't know, he's not like a big deal to me. He's not a good leader. He's just rude and he bitches at everyone and I don't like him. That's my hot take on The Walking Dead. I don't like Daryl.
Honestly, like I don't know how I feel about The Walking Dead. I've made it halfway through
Yeah.
season 4.
Yeah, I
Actually
made it all the
more,
way
but-
through halfway through season 7 and then they killed off another character that like was very important even though I hated his guts. I was like, this guy's very important. Then they killed him off and I quit watching. I was like, I can't.
I feel that.
Yeah, it was never a show that I was really interested in seeing. I never watched Breaking Bad either.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's very good.
Oh,
Me
it's
too.
very good. You guys should watch it. I'm
And-
not gonna lie to you on
yeah.
that one.
I've
I
seen the
need
first
to watch it.
episode.
But I
You
don't know.
what?
I don't. My attention span doesn't sit well enough for hour-long TV shows.
Really? That's like
Yeah.
the majority of what I'm into.
Like my
Oh,
TV
God,
shows,
Josh.
I need jokes, and I need it to. If they're not going to be
Mm-hmm.
jokes, I need something that's absolutely going to captivate me for an hour. Like if I pick up my
That's fair.
phone, you lose me
hmm
because I'm not. I'll tune back in, but I'm going to miss a bunch.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones was one of the only hour-long shows that I could stay locked in on, and it was because of the gore. Like
Did you guys
I
make it
need
through
either
Game
the
of Thrones?
comedy or just a lot of death. What?
hmm
Did you make it through all the way through Game of Thrones or?
Mhm. Yeah.
I said Game of Thorns, didn't I?
I couldn't
No,
tell.
I thought it sounded like Thrones to me.
Oh God. I hope it was.
You shouldn't have called yourself out.
I really shouldn't
But
have.
yeah, I finished it. Did you, Nico?
Nope. I am on season 6. Like almost through season 6. How many seasons
I'm reading the
were
book
there?
still. 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
God. I know I'm like at the very end of season 6. I need to like see
It's
this
so
is
good.
the bad thing about me. I start so many fucking shows and then I get bored with them. And then like it'll be halfway through a season, I'll like start another show and then I'm bouncing back between like 5. So right now I am watching The Boys, Brooklyn Nine-Nine again cuz I restarted from like the very beginning cuz I haven't seen season 7 yet. So I was like I need a
Mhm.
refresher. Um there was The Punisher, BoJack Horseman, and fuck, I want to say Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, I watch Schitt's Creek off and on.
Is it good? I started Schitt's Creek and could not make it through the second episode because I wanted to punch every single character in the face.
That's how I feel about them a lot. I am not gonna lie to you.
Like, oh, they're
Yeah,
so annoying.
that's kind of the vibe. That's the vibe of the show, I think.
Like, I barely made it through the first episode. Barely made it through.
Yeah, I have to take breaks from it a lot. Normally with me, I'll watch like one sitcom and then one serious show at a time, and then I'll bounce in between those. But I normally always finish I like drama. I love serious shows. I just started rewatching Daredevil because I finally convinced a friend of mine to watch it. He's like, "This is so good," and I'm like, "Why do you think I've been asking you to watch it for the past? Because it's terrible? No, because it's the best show ever."
Did you watch Green Arrow?
No.
I did
Damn
not.
it. Okay, because I saw something on my. I'm pretty sure I brought this up last week with you, Nico, but I saw something on my timeline for how Green Arrow dies, and I'm not watching the show because I stopped way too long ago, and there's so many seasons out now that I'm not trying to catch back up.
That's fair.
And I haven't
Yeah.
found anybody to tell me the ending.
Fair.
No, I can't. I don't know. I can't get into a lot of DC shows. I just watched Titans all the way through and I really liked it. I don't know. I mostly just really like the guy who plays Dick Grayson. He's very good.
Nico, you were gonna say something.
I got one more trope for you guys, and that is people and brushing their teeth and fucking toothpaste in shows and movies. Bren, I see you laughing over there.
What? What's the trope? They're not using it? Because most of the time when people are brushing their teeth in films, it's used as a joke. And I don't know if I've just seen a lot of... Have I seen a lot of rom-coms? Not for a while. But mostly people talking with the toothbrush. I don't know.
Yeah.
I assume it's for verbal purposes because it's really hard to understand people when they have toothpaste in their mouth.
Exactly. Like that, and also, how do you not get toothpaste? Like, I don't know about you guys, but when I brush my teeth, fucking toothpaste goes everywhere. It looks like a fucking Ron
No.
Jeremy. I starred in a Ron Jeremy film in that shit.
Are you okay, Josh?
I think we lost Josh. I don't think he was ready for that.
Oh, no, I was not. Once I heard Ron, though, I knew exactly where you were taking it.
Oh, God. Sorry, buddy. You know I love you.
It's okay. I hope you leave that in there.
I'm definitely going to leave that in there. But anyways, yeah.
Just that
When I'm brushing my
wheezing.
teeth, fucking it goes everywhere. And it's like all on the sink. I can't fucking talk. I'm sitting there like...
How are you brushing?
Huh?
Yeah, how are you brushing your teeth? Like,
With
Yeah.
the
because
fucking
I like to think of
toothbrush.
myself. I like to think of myself as not the cleanest toothbrusher. Like
Mhm.
I usually end up having to wipe my face after I brush my teeth, maybe my shirt. Never once have I looked like Ron Jeremy just got done with me though. Never
Okay.
once.
How do you have to wipe your shirt? I've never gotten toothpaste. I've gotten toothpaste on my shirt, but that very seldomly happens, like
You-
once or twice a year.
You've never looked at memes while you're brushing your teeth and laughed and had some toothpaste dribble out?
Why the
onto your
fuck are you
shirt?
looking at memes while you're brushing your teeth?
Well, because usually it's a whole routine. So I get out of the shower, I go to the bathroom. If my poop wasn't coming before the shower, Then I will brush my teeth. And usually, because I'm still in the process of the whole bathroom routine, I got my phone up either at YouTube or I'm looking at memes. And so while I brush my teeth, I'm either watching my YouTube video or I'm looking at memes.
You're a busy guy.
Yeah, I pretty much have to multitask for everything. Like, I can't play PlayStation without having YouTube on or music. I can't fucking do homework without YouTube shows. I need background noise.
I do get the background noise thing. I usually put music on or a podcast when I'm like doing stuff.
Oh my god. I don't even know what to say to this, Josh.
I do. I got you. Brenna, thank you so much for being here today. We
Yeah.
loved it. It was an absolute blast.
Yeah,
Brenna,
thanks for
it's been
having me.
amazing.
It was quite the ride.
Yes.
That it was.
Hey, if you ever want to do this again, just hit me up. It's been fucking great.
Yeah, you know I'm not busy. I could be back.
Oh my god. So, thank you for tuning in to Just a Bad Podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Nico.
And I'm Josh.
Our guest star today was Brenna Rhiness. Thank you so much again for fucking being here.
Thank you.
No problem. You know I love talking movies.
Yes, we do. Join us next time as we talk about fairy tales.
Bye. I hope you find your dad.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.